one of the two deputies who was shot has now passed away. The other one has serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Take a look at this. This is just one of many trees completely uprooted. It's not the most diverse jury. There's only one black person, and that is important to note because both defendants are black. Cientos de pasajeros continúan varados aquí en el aeropuerto McGee Tyson tras fallas masivas con un sistema de Microsoft. We just finished talking to Police Chief John Thomas of Rocky Top. Here, pan down with me. This is literally a sheet of ice. This is what you're going to find on the roads this week. Massive potholes. El condado de Knox está buscando redactar un nuevo contrato con proveedores de servicios de emergencia. Today we have a local fitness expert who's here to share how you can make your fitness habits stick this new year. So, Sinan, don't say a single word if you think the Vols are going to beat Georgia. There you go. That's what I call confidence.
We don't really want that to happen to anyone else in Knox County.
More than a year ago, Catherine Trapp found her mother lying on the kitchen floor. First responders got there quickly, but she had to wait almost 2 hours for an ambulance.
There obviously wasn't enough staff or ambulances to provide care and nurturing or any sort of dignity in death.
It's now been more than a year, and the ambulance shortages have continued.
Something has to give. There has to be some sort of progress.
At Fire Station 20 in West Hills, it's a typical day.
This particular fire station, Station 20 in West Hills, runs in excess of 2,000 calls a year. About 65 to 70% of what they do is emergency medical services.
Knoxville Assistant Fire Chief Mark Wilbanks says fire crews are some of the first ones at the scene of an emergency. But when an ambulance takes too long to show up, it's a waiting game.
And that creates a situation where if other emergencies occur in the fire crew's first district, then they may not be able to respond to it, and a fire truck from a further distance off may have to respond. It could be 15 minutes, or it could be an hour to an hour and a half. We've even seen 2-hour waits before.
But AMR says the problem is not necessarily a lack of ambulances, as you can see here, but more a need for more workers to actually run the vehicles.
There's a national shortage of EMTs and paramedics.
Joshua Spencer with AMR says they are about 70% staffed, which includes about 170 clinicians, EMTs, and paramedics. He adds that people overusing the EMS system can also cause shortages.
A fair majority of the calls that we respond to are not urgent. A low acuity complaint can be something as simple as, I'll use a toothache, for example. That patient may not need an ambulance to go to the ER. They probably need a dentist.
Spencer says it's not always about time, but about making sure people get the care they need.
At the end of their experience of using the 911 system, were they better? That's the most important thing to ask.
But as commissioners look into the future of EMS service in Knox County, people like Catherine say it's about time things change.
There's no politics in this. This is all about doing the right thing for the citizens of East Tennessee.
Thanks. All righty. So wish me luck.
Tamra Ray and her husband David spent Christmas morning volunteering for mobile meals, an experience Tamra says is beyond rewarding.
Just some kindness, some caring, a smile. It was a game changer for these clients.
Not even rain could keep her away, especially if it means she gets to see her friend Mildred.
Oh, goody. You're just going to love her. Merry Christmas. I was so hoping this would work out, that I'd get to see you today.
Mildred is 96 years old and lives by herself. Her Christmas now made thanks to a visit from her friend Tamra.
Couldn't have been any better.
But Mildred is just one of more than 700 seniors in need of some company on Christmas, which is why the CAC says they need all the volunteers they can get.
Probably now it's about $2 million of donated time and services to resources. They're bringing their own cars.
Pilot says Christmas can be a very sad time for many of these seniors.
It gives them a reason to get up and be excited about the day, and we're excited to be doing it for them.
And Tamra agrees. She says spending Christmas morning on the road was well worth it.
Mission accomplished.
In Knoxville, I'm Fernando Garcia-Franceschini.